Hey guys, Dylan here. Back with another update. I'm wearing a hat today because my hair is annoying the hell out of me, and you've probably seen in the past videos I keep doing this to get that shit out of my fucking face. So I'm gonna wear the hat so I can focus more on the video and talking and what's important, and not so much about in here and myself. So hat's on, not gonna be bothered. Day number 10, week and a half. I am on day 10, Kratom free. And god damn, I can't believe it's 10 days. It feels so good to be able to say that out loud and not feel shitty about it, not hiding from it. I'm not running away from my problems. I'm not muting my problems. I'm facing it day by day, one day at a time. Something I have noticed, like days 8, 9, and 7, 8, and 9, that when I would sleep, or once it hit late evening time, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, for me, that's when the anxiety really comes back. The morning, I have a great time. I don't have a hard time getting up at all. I've been consistently getting up at like 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. No later, like not even close to later than 10. Like I haven't slept until 10 since this whole thing started, and it feels good getting up early. I don't feel as sluggish anymore either. It's not as hard for me to wake up. 2 to 3 minutes after my eyes open, I'm like, all right, I'm ready, I'm up, let's start the day. And with Kratom, that was just not possible. I just want to sleep more. I'd wake up feeling groggy, which would make me more tired, and it just made me really unproductive in the long run, even though I thought it was ultimately making me more productive and a better worker. Really, that just comes to bite you in the ass. Sooner or later, you figure that out, whether it's an easy way or the hard way. I had to learn the hard way through the withdrawals. And a lot of us are going to go through that same experience. You're going to have to learn through the hard way, which is the withdrawals. But the withdrawals are so important because it's so vital to remind yourself when you're having cravings, or you're not happy, you're depressed, or you're sad and you're not feeling okay, and you just want to, that thought in your head's just like, go take some Kratom, you'll be okay. You can just do it one more time. Just do it this one time. It'll make you feel better. You don't have to do it tomorrow. Just fix this feeling that you have that's not happiness. And, now I realize I'm not supposed to be happy all the time. You're supposed to go through these flood of emotions as a human being. It's what makes you enjoy the good times, going through the bad times. And when this artificial happiness that I had every single day, it was just eating me alive, my social life, my friends, my family, shit, even myself. Like, just the self-deprecation and the constant thinking bad about yourself only increases the more you take Kratom and use it to survive, or in other words, use it to make yourself feel normal. 10 days. 10 days. It's 60 and not sunny anymore, but it's 60. It's still a little chilly, man. I'm not going to let that bother me. Go back to work today. I work the next 4 days, actually, which will be good for me, make some money, keep myself busy in the evening time. But 10 days. 10 days Kratom free. I don't know. Like I was just talking about, for me, the beginning of the day is awesome. Going into the afternoon, I'm still super motivated. I have the energy and strength that I have been lacking for a long time. But there have been those few days, the past couple of days, where like once it's completely dark out and nighttime hits, and I know I'm not the only one this has happened to. Maybe yours is completely reversed, where in the morning you're feeling worse, but in the evening you're feeling better. But for me, the morning is great, the afternoon is great. Once that sun goes down, though, is when like that internal feeling and that anxiety starts to unravel again. And last night I really noticed this. I don't know, I was extremely anxious last night. Told my girlfriend I was just feeling weird. I went to lay down at like 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, the latest. Took some GABA. I took a magnesium chewable pill. I took some melatonin as well, and I took half of an edible. because I really, really wanted to sleep. Solid. Once I fell asleep, I did sleep solid for like 5-6 hours probably. And then, the next 3-4 hours, wake up every hour, go back to sleep, wake up, go back to sleep. So the biggest thing I'm looking forward to right now is a solid night's sleep, like a solid 8 hours not waking up. And I know that day is coming soon. My sleep's progressively getting better, as well as my mental states, my overall well-being. If your brain is going to have you feeling like this for a couple of weeks, most likely, at least it has for me. But I will take feeling up and down any day over going through that fucking withdrawal again. I'm not sad all day. There's just little moments here and there where I feel like a little sad or anxious. It doesn't last forever. It goes away. If you're feeling that in the nighttime specifically, taking those sleep aids have somewhat helped me, especially like the further I go along and the easier it is for me to stay asleep, the more they help. I have been continuously drinking emergency packets every single day, once a day since I started this. It's only going to help build your immunity, your immune system, make you healthier. It's not going to cure anything. It's no cure. It's not like your all-in-all savior, but it won't hurt. It can only help, right? Getting those vitamins and everything you need in your system to feel better, to push that withdrawal process along. But other than that, other than the anxiousness that comes for maybe a couple hours during the nighttime, everything else is so much better, and I'm not going to complain about that anxiety because I know that I'm feeling that anxiety for a reason, because I suppressed it for so long. And the random spurts of sadness and like feeling like you want to cry, I just let myself cry, man. Especially those first couple days, I was bawling my eyes out, and that's because I suppressed my emotions for so long. I didn't even know how to feel anymore. And I know that can make sense to a lot of you, and it doesn't make sense to some of you, but I feel like most of us are in that same scenario when it comes to Kratom, and it's like it just clouds everything about you, your personality, your emotions, your social life, your motivation, your health, your wealth, literally everything. It takes a toll on your finances, especially if you're using the extracts in that 7-hydroxymetragenine. I've seen posts of people spending $100, $150 a day on that shit. And if you add that up over a year, it's like $30,000 to $35,000. $35,000 just on Kratom. Well, the 7.0, it's not even Kratom, but you get the point I'm trying to make. So financially, if I added up everything I spent over the past, 7-8 months on Kratom, it would be a lot. I know I wouldn't be in certain situations that I was in the past financially if I was not taking Kratom. And I've already noticed what I've been doing with my money and where it's been going, and now I understand how much of my money that I work my ass off for I just wasted away on this fucking drug that in the end didn't even make me feel like a person. You just give your life to this drug, and that's part of the addiction, and you just can't stop, and eventually the money just adds up, and next thing you know, you're spending thousands of dollars just to feel normal. And that's part of the reason I was so emotional, is because I realized I was doing that just to feel like myself, and ultimately I wasn't even feeling like myself. It was making me a complete different person. So I'm just happy I'm feeling more like myself. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Especially motivationally. I just want to get out and do stuff. And the nicer the weather gets, the more I'm going to do that. I actually went for a run yesterday. I forced myself to run about a mile, which was not easy. I can't tell you the last time I ran. It's definitely been some months. But I forced myself to do it. Got a good mile in. Was dying when I got back home. My legs are really sore today, but I can say that I forced myself to go out and exercise, and ultimately that's going to make you a better person. All the way around, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. Working out, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but exercise and physical activity is gonna make you feel tenfold times better. It just furthers that process along. It gets your neurotransmitters going quicker. And I just feel like it's your body forcing you to be, or you're forcing your body to become that healthy state again if you work out. So I'm starting off slow. You know, I ran. I can say I happily ran a mile. It was probably like 30 fucking minutes for a mile, but hey, I ran a mile. I feel good. I'm going to continue doing this. Maybe not every day, but, you know, slowly, gradually work my way into doing it almost every day. At least working out, and maybe not running every day, but working out, minimal or not. Anything helps. Anything helps. I hope you guys can actually see through the progress videos. Like, every video, my face, it just looks so much better. My eyes look like they have life again. And you know, they're not like slumped like this, or I'm not like, I don't have bags under my eyes like I did. I don't know, my skin is clear. So something else I noticed, I have had acne problems when I was going through puberty and growing up, and I get cysts a lot. And they're usually not anything to be scared of or anything to be worried about, but there was a cyst on my neck right here, and within like a day or two of taking the 7-hydroxy, that thing went from like this big to like this big on my neck, and you could just see this ball protruding from my neck, and it was red, and it was irritated, and it just hurt to touch. And I even talked to my girlfriend about it. I was like, does this thing look bad? And she said it looks really painful and it doesn't look good. Not even 3 days after stopping, going cold turkey, going through the withdrawals, this thing is basically gone. I mean, I can still feel a very, very, very little cyst, but it's like this big when it was like this big. And I don't know if there's a correlation between the two, but obviously it wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't making me any better. It only helped me physically and my health when I stopped. And that's just like proof to me, like, damn, that shit was not good on my body. Physically, mentally, any of that. And that's just proof right there that the physicality of that addiction really was getting to me, and it was tearing me away. Love you guys. I'm gonna keep posting. 10 days sober. Can't wait to come at 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know. Love you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up. Peace. Stay positive.